안녕하세요, goeiedag, goeiemiddag, good evening, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Techie101, and we are going to be having an honest conversation with ourselves and with each other about what TBR means. I almost struggle, but not really. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm actually here to tell you about a realistic or my realistic TBR for this month, the month of April. Don't worry, it's not going to be too serious. I just made some choices after I chose my TBR because I just wasn't vibing what I chose. I sat and I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna read these books, so why not redo my TBR video because I haven't uploaded it. So let's redo it, do it again. I didn't use my TBR tin. I just was like, mood, take me. May the powers of the reading gods invest, infest, manifest in my body, take over, and show me what am I in the mood to read. And then I was able to pick out a few books for this month. Will I be reading them? I hope so. Or I will be reading something else. I guess we'll have to see what happens at the end of April to see what will be my reading for April. But before we get into that, let me show you what I did choose originally to read for my TBR. And then we'll go into the books that I am planning to actually read and put on my TBR for this month. So the first one we had was Heaven's Official Blessing. For this one, I chose it because the prompt that I got, and I did read it a little bit. But I was just not vibing it. The prompt was outside your comfort zone. Now, I've never read a Chinese fantasy drama. I have watched them, but I've never read them. So I wanted to read it. I do still want to read it, but I guess I'm just not really in the mood for it right now. So it does look good, it does look nice, but mm, I'm not vibing it. I'm not vibing it, so I said no to these to the boodoo boodoo and no to that book because I'm just not in the mood for it. The second one was Body by Asa Nonami, which is a thriller, I think, about it's about people who get fixations on their body and want to change their body and do weird things with their body. That's why it's called Body. Who could have imagined that? And that was a backlist book that I have. I'm sorry, Body. I'm sorry, Asanonami Nonami. I'm just maybe it's a short book. Maybe I'll get to it. I'm not sure. I'll keep it close by, but yeah, I'm not just not feeling it. I'm just not vibing it. So we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. And the other one was a big book by Cassandra Clare, by Cassandra Clare, Swordcatcher. And I chose this one because it was supposed to be a war story. And although again I do want to get around to this book, I'm not sure about this one yet. I'm not sure if I want to jump into this yet. So I don't know. So those were the three books that I chose from my TBR 10, but then I started reading other books instead. So oopsie daisy. So I am currently busy with Shades of My Morality by Jamal Barbari. And I will put the picture of the amazing artwork on. The book is now available on Amazon on Kindle. If you are interested in some short stories that have some twists and turns, some you don't expect what you're reading. I'm about I think halfway through the short stories and I'm really enjoying it. I keep that as like a comfort read when I just want to chill out in bed at night. I read that book or those short stories. So definitely go check it out. Yeah, I'm still excited to be reading that and see what else. I think my favorite story is still the first story. I can't remember the name now, but I don't want to spoil anything. Go check it out. Definitely go check it out. It's a new release. I know him personally, so I was very surprised when he contacted me about his book being released. So I'm excited also to get that book on my shelf. That's also something I'm planning to do. Then the other book that I'm reading is Raven Song by TJ Klune. This is the sequel to Brother Song. Brother Song, no, Brother Song is the follow up to Raven Song. Or is Heart Song? Wait. What's the order of the books? Wolf Song, Raven Song, Heart Song, Brother Song. Okay, yes. So Raven Song, this is the follow-up to Wolf Song, which we can see here, my pretty edition right here. So I am halfway through this, so I am loving and enjoying it. And after I'm finished reading it, I'll probably immediately order the third one so I can jump into that. I'm really loving the world, loving the characters, and I'm really just enjoying this book. So as soon as I got this in the mail, I started reading it. So that was just on my April TBR because I bought it, and now I'm reading it, and I'm loving it. Definitely, if you haven't, if you want some nice gay romance with some werewolves and some magic, yeah, definitely check out these books. This series, the Green Creek series, definitely do it. It's really good. You follow different POVs. I must say that because I didn't know that. I thought you followed the same POVs as in the first book, but you don't. You don't. It's the same family of characters, found family, of course, but this one follows a different one. This one is from Ox's point of view, and this one is from Gordo's point of view. But I'm not going to say anything else. You need to read to find out who Gordo is and how they are related and linked and things like that. And the other book that I want to get to this month that's been on my shelf, on my metaphysical shelf, on my shelf in my head, is The Atlas 6 by Oliver Blake. I don't think I need to say much of this. This is, of course, one of the TikTok darlings, the Bookstagram darlings, the YouTube darlings of the reading communities, the loved and the hated Atlas 6. So I do want to try and finally get to this one. So I'm adding it to my TBR as well. You all know what it's about. It's about 6 people. It's magic, it's language and knowledge, and trying to be the final one to survive, the chosen one. Only one can be the survivor. I think that's what it's about. I haven't really read it, so I don't really know what's happening. This is just from what I heard other people talk about it. So at the 6, and then I've got one more book on my TBR that I want to read this month, and that is Otherworldly by F.T. Lukens, which is a young adult romance, but it's queer. It goes into the gay stratosphere. We've got a living person, we've got a ghost, and then their paths meet, and then love blossoms. Oh, so romantic. So I'm excited for that. I've ordered it. I'm waiting for it to arrive. As soon as it arrives and I'm finished with one of these books or 2 of these books or 3 of these books, whatever, I'm going to jump straight into Otherworldly and be reading that. And that is my realistic TBR. That is not using a prompt chart. That is not using the TBR Tin. That is not using anything. That is me just going off of vibes and feelings of what I want to be reading this month. And I guess this month is going to be dedicated to a mood read. I guess. Maybe. Maybe I'm spending too much money on buying books. That might also be a problem, but that's not the discussion of this vid. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit random, but I just wanted to get it out there because I wasn't happy with my TBR Tin picks, and I wasn't happy with the TBR Tin video as well. So that's why I decided, you know what, let's just redo it. Let me know, what will you be reading in April? Have you read any of these books? Any thoughts, any feelings? Share them down in the comments down below. Don't let fear interfere with your happiness. You deserve all the happiness in the world. Groete, liefde, vrede, vreugde, geluk, blijdschap, liefde. Allemaal dingetjes voor jullie. Until next time. Bye bye.